welcome to the challenge. We're going to try and get this 99 EM1 back on the road and see if we can catch Classic Honda Meets Ontario the Dragon this year. We don't have much time, only got a few weeks. This is a K20 with 6-speed transmission. Had a bad incident a couple months ago. Spun a rod bearing, motor's no good. So we're gonna go ahead, yank this engine out. Got a fresh K24 RBB. And we're gonna change the gaskets out, make it good, and swap it in. So I'm gonna take you guys with me. See if we can have some fun. So when I start pulling motors, I usually work around. I start intake, everything you can see on the top. I work around, take the radiator hose off, intake. We'll take the engine harness out, throttle cable, coolant. Work our way around. Then we'll pull the wheels off, pop the axles out. We'll drain the engine oil, transmission oil, and the radiator. Pull both sides axles out. Let's get it done. Alrighty. So, took the strip tower bar off. Now, let's start taking off the engine harness. Gonna take the intake manifold off because A, we're not gonna use it. We're going a different route. And B, it's going to give us easier access to the wiring underneath the starter, knock sensor, all that good stuff. So, this is a K-Tune Kswap harness. Pretty nice back when put the car back together. And these things are super tight. Just take your time, don't break the clips. This one don't want to come off. There we go. Okay, we'll feed that down. There's the coolant temperature sensor, map sensor, throttle body sensor. There's the IAC valve back down here. We don't want to be breaking any connectors. Okay. Alrighty. When I first put this car together, I kind of cheaped out on the fuel system here. So this is a factory fuel rail to a quick connect. And then it's just fed off the fuel pressure regulator over here. So cheap, simple, easy. Still got the factory fuel filter over there. Pops right off. Alright, we'll grab a zip tie. Dike. I'll cut that zip tie off. Okay. Alright, that's done. We'll feed the harness down under the intake manifold. Alrighty, Now let's take this intake manifold off. Let's take the fuel rail off, 212. Then we got to take all these 12 millimeter bolts and nuts off. And then there are a couple underneath that we'll fight to get to. Let's get it done. All right, guys. So with the engine harness removed, now let's work on disconnecting the rear heater hoses, shift cables, undo the clutch master cylinder, well, actually the slave cylinder. All right. So for the shift cables, I like getting the screwdriver behind here, kind of working it free a little bit. And then grab a pair of dikes right here. And then work it up. Okay, that's one. Then we'll do the same thing to the other one. Okay. That's the other one. And then we pop the cables off. Might replace these cables if we have time, as they're frayed. But last time I drove the car, it did shift pretty good. So, not sure. We'll see if we have time. Now let's work on the hose there. 8mm clamp. We'll grab our sockets here. Hopefully all the coolant has been bled. Tuck that over there, and then we'll pop this one off. Spill a little bit of coolant. All right, then we got 210s for the slave cylinder, 212 actually. All right, yeah, 212s. Hit those with the gun. Righty. All right, now you always want to tape this up because you don't want it to pop out. So you push it all the way in, and you can either tape it, zip tie it, so like that there's a piston in here, it doesn't pop out and you have to bleed your clutch. So now for the most part, if we look around the engine, everything's pretty much unplugged. I'm going to undo the exhaust manifold from underneath. For me, because I am on K1 innovative mounts, the engine's so far forward, I'm going to take the alternator out, take the belt out. We're going to redo this during our phase 2, getting it ready for the tail. Going to go with a EG subframe, or actually a DC2 subframe, rack and pinion, power. We're going to depower it and then go with the K2 mounts from Hasport. Give me more room back here so I can push my radiator back for phase 3, but that's later on down the road, a couple of months here. One thing at a time. Alrighty. Let's undo the exhaust manifold, then we'll take off that alternator. Alright guys, got the alternator, belt, and the AC compressor removed. Now let's work on getting the header off. There's going to be a couple 12mm bolts down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on my particular car, I got a V-band under the cross member and spring clamps that hold everything together. So let's go ahead and remove that real quick. I lied. They're not 12s. They're 14s. You kind of work your way out from the middle to the outside. That's how I do it. Not that there's gonna be any serious problem if you don't. Let's do the one under here first. Alrighty. Now that that's off, let me not take it off all the way. I'll go down there, undo the V-band and the spring clamp, and pop that bad boy out. And then we'll start working on getting the axles out. Still got to drain the engine and the transmission fluid. Radiator's all set. So let's go down there real quick.